artsy motherfucker.
Totally. He was guy was an athlete. Like, he was a smart dude.
My little bro's an athlete too.
Yeah, and it's fine. Like, I play college baseball. Like, I'm familiar with bros.
You're almost a bro.
I'm like half bro. I'm like, so I was like, dog, like, so you're talking shit about. I mean, I talk shit about bros, but that's from it's like
because you got a close bro.
Because I got a little bro in me.
Part bro.
It's like when I talk shit about Jews, I can do it because for I'm a Jew. But anyone else. But anyway, I didn't really care. But it was kind of funny. Because it's just, I was interested. I was like trying to figure out, like, why did this bother me? Why did that name bother me? And it's because I don't like irony, and because I feel like it's a culture that's saturated with irony. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't like comedy nowadays most of the time because there's no jokes, because it's all ironic distance, and I like jokes. Like, I like humor. Like, I mean, you can call ironic comedy funny, and sometimes it is, but
the older I get, the more I start to appreciate those comedians that are more stories and more like, you know, like less, I guess less irony. I think I don't know. I don't know. I think that might be showing our age, because, you know, some people that are young, like, you know, it's as shallow.
I thought that, but everyone fucks with Larry David. Because some people are just genuinely fucking funny. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like Louis C.K. Like, young people really fuck with Louis C.K. The Broad City Girls, I think, are Tina Fey. Like, I mean, 30 Rock was all jokes. Yeah. You know, I think it's easy to just be like, you know, kind of like the sarcasm. You know, I mean, when I was younger, I thought that was funny too.
Yeah, but really, I really thought it was funny too. So I got my ass kicked a few times.
Yeah, I know. And then, like, I used to be a sarcastic motherfucker, and now I just talk shit.
Yeah,
I guess. But it was funny though, because like the army, they're like Bro Safari had an army, and they kind of came out. I didn't even respond.
What did they say?
I don't really care. They're like, you don't even listen, you hipster music critic. And I was like, yep, got me, nailed.
But so, like, here's the thing: with them being shallow enough to be ironic about bros, they're also shallow enough to be ironic enough about hipsters. Yeah, I mean, not like. They can say hipster, and then they just pawn that off as something that's
like a nebulous idea.
Yeah. And so with a guy like you, you're just like, that's what you think I am. That's cool. This conversation.
Well, it's interesting. I was having this conversation. I was like thinking to myself. I was like, I didn't tweet at the dude, and it came out, but other people tweeted at him. You know, because there's always these people dry snitching on Twitter. Yeah. And which is funny. Those are the worst. Those are actually the only people I hate are the people that dry snitch on Twitter. Where it's like, I don't hate the person. Like, I made a joke at your expense. I get it. You could be irritated. Like, it's fine. Whatever. It's not a big deal either way. But it's the people that are like snitching. They're like, motherfucker, you're a hall monitor online. But it was like, but it was interesting to me where it's like I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, if someone came at me like over some bullshit. Like, not over some real shit, not like your writing is trash, here's why X, Y, Z, I wrote this attack. I wrote a concerted attack on you. Then I catch feelings. Mm-hmm. But, like, if someone just made, you know, people probably talk shit to you online on a daily basis, occasionally. Yeah. Every now and then you'll be like, dude, your old songs are trash, your new songs are trash. Yeah. You know what I mean? Why don't you pedal? You know, people come at me with shit like that. Yeah. I was thinking about it, and it's like, I wonder if, like, I mean, I guess, like, there are artists that, like, I mean, Kanye is a great artist who freaks out about any kind of diss, but at a certain point, I wonder if, like, if you get all riled up about any comment on Twitter, it's like, sometimes that thinks to me, I was like, then you kind of know you're not that good.
I don't think you don't know that you're not that good, but, like, I mean, like, I think
you don't have enough confidence in your art. I'm not talking about this instance. I'm just saying it in general.
I think it's something, like, you're sensitive about if you're so defensive all the time, you know. It doesn't mean that you're not good. It could just mean that you're not confident in your abilities.
But don't you think, like, when people are really good, they're confident in art?
No, maybe no. Because I think sometimes insecurity can drive someone to perfection, and if that is a motivator,
I guess there's just different kinds of artists, I suppose.
Well, I was gonna say, if that's a motivator, then you never lose that. You know what I'm saying? Where some people, like, you know, they may be driven to perfection because of love for the craft, or, you know. But so, like, you're a confident dude off top, you know what I'm saying? So maybe...
Because I'm a bro.
Bro, yeah.
Because I was good at baseball. But it is interesting, I think about that, too, sometimes, how, like, my, like... You know what I mean? Because I'm, like, for me, with my writing, I get, like... I always said, like, I would never actually get this tattooed, but like I always said, like,
get it tattooed.
No, I would never. I don't fuck with tattoos. I mean, like, no, more.
Is
like,
it because you're Jewish? Because you don't.
I think it's because it was just bred in me when I was Jewish. Because Jews aren't supposed to get tattoos, so my parents were just like. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem. I mean, obviously, you know, most of my friends have tattoos. It's not like I judge it. But and tattoos can look cool. Like if I was a rapper, I'd probably have some tattoos. You know, like, you gotta go with it. But I'm like me, so. But I was thinking about it. I was like, I would like something like for me a tattoo. I would want something to remind me, to kind of keep me humble or something. And it was like for me, it would be Vladimir Nabokov or something, or whatever writer Joan Didion, Philip Roth, whatever it is, to remind me like stay humble. Like you might think you're the dopest person at whatever you're doing today, but there's always like the older god, whoever the older god is, that's significantly better than you, and you might.
Or there's somebody younger. There's somebody at the same time. That shit is a great, like,
and work harder.
It's an ever moving beast. You know what I'm saying?
And it just makes me want to work harder. So like that's where I like. For me, that's where I like. But like I know, I'm secure in what I do. Like where it's like, and I don't do anything unless I know it's good. Like I mean, not everything I write is great, but I try not to not bullshit. But who knows?
When I do journalistic shit, I only do shit that I care about, because I do think when I care about something, it's gonna be good. Yeah. Because you really can't knock genuine interest. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like it's really hard to be like.
Well, I think
to criticize some shit like
that. I think to me the greatest art, and this going back to what we were saying, the greatest art, the greatest journalism, writing, music, it's when you can find a way to be really sincere and heartfelt and emotional, but not corny. And that's when you do it. It's like the stuff where it's like there's all this emotion in there, and there's intelligence, but there's none of the corniness, there's none of the sappiness. There's a great Martin Amis quote I like to think about, where it's like all writing is a war against cliche. Yeah. And I'd say that's probably all art.
I agree with that, bro. I really agree with it, because I think I go back to like my battle rap days. It's funny I'm mentioning battle rap a lot because I watched a battle last weekend, totally like as a fan. Like I was like, oh my god, that shit is so cool. I'm like, it's like when you truly over your ex, like
you're like, I want her to be happy.
I'm like, oh yeah, you got like, oh please man, go be happy. Like I'm gonna bring a fucking toaster to your motherfucking to your fucking wedding. That's cool. Like here's the thing, this is a perfect thing. I noticed when I was doing battling, I was like, it's really always back to our cutting the dope fucking comments, but it's basically is you have to, like, when something really hits, you say something in a way, give somebody a new idea in a way that they've already heard it before.
Totally.
In the way that they take ideas.
Yeah.
So I feel like good writing is that. Yeah. Like a good pop song, it's like a good song that you hear is like, damn, why didn't I ever hear that before?
You're rephrasing Eternal Wisdom, and with a song, it's like you're figuring a way to combine these elements that are already out in the atmosphere in a new arrangement that hasn't necessarily been presented to you.
Definitely, but then like wrap that in a new idea. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. Well, something modern. I feel that's like the thing is it has to be modern. That's why Down in the DM was such a hit.
Whoa,
which is my favorite song.
That's your favorite song?
It kind of like on some level. Well, the video. Have you seen the video?
I haven't seen that shit.
Dog, you have to see the video. It's like CeeLo was the minister, like looking at Yo Gotti, being like, "The DM is the devil's son." It's like the video is so funny. Yeah. It's like all these like cameos from like.
You see that Organized Noise documentary? Speaking of which,
I'm gonna watch it.
You haven't seen this shit? I've seen it before you. I'm usually the one that has to be convinced to watch some shit.
Yeah, is it good?
The first 15 minutes almost seems like they're like pandering to like the
hey y'all fans.
The people who are into the like to the artists that it's about. But one thing I gotta say is that like, them saying like, hey, CeeLo was a motherfucking gangster. Yeah. And like,
I mean, his name is CeeLo.
But you forget it because you see CeeLo, and I remember the nigga dressed like a dragon, bro. Like I remember dressed like a dragon with a fucking cape with the goddamn bat wings and all that shit. Yeah. I remember the nigga he wore like platforms. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And but then they showed him rapping hella early at some spot. It looked like Project Blow, like a little fucking thing, a little fucking hole in the wall shit. And I'm like, oh well, no, those are gangster mannerisms right there. Yeah. That's like he's
the little dude. He probably had to tell you, probably like on the streets of
But he was I don't know if he was like the way he said he's like I was gonna lead it, like I was a career criminal. So it seemed like he was like maybe like a D-boy a bit, maybe he was with the shit. Like he didn't seem like one of those like a knucklehead. Yeah. He seemed like
he's obviously smart.
Yeah, exactly. But he's smart and tough, Yeah.
All right. Well, shit. Anyways, smart and tough. We got bad transition, but we have Boogie on the show who that's I think one of his best attributes. His music is really hard and it has like a sensitivity and intelligence and kind of a sarcasm, which not a sarcasm actually, but like a he's got jokes, like jokes. He'll clown on people for being too thirsty on the internet, and he's got sweet songs about his kid, and he's got "Oh My," which is a really hard ass song that
he's a real dude
from last year.
And much like CeeLo, he's singing and he's street. And so I like when things just come together.
Yeah, bro. Well, I like when people don't have one, like there's more than one idea there. That's like the best artist. It's never like, yo, you're the gangster. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, like I'm not the, you know what I mean? Or you're the sensitive guy. It's like, you should probably contain multitudes,
Yeah.
So, all right, this is episode with Boogie. Shots fired.
Boogie?
All right,
cool.
But like the slapping, it was like, I don't know if that constitutes, I don't know.
It's over the top. Yeah. So, what you working on right now?
Right now, I feel like I'm just working on a bunch of songs. We dropping a project, There's 48 too. We said February. I really don't honestly think it's gonna happen February. Maybe.
You said February.
I think March. Like March, hopefully, if Clayton get with it. Yeah, we've been.
So what are you waiting on? You don't have enough records, or you got to get the mastering, mixing, or what's the
it's just strategic wise now. I don't want the songs to go to waste. I want to make sure everything got to roll out and we got a plan for everything. Because when we do projects, we don't just put projects together. We like really try to make it cohesive and a body of work. So
there's a lot of conceptual stuff too. I'm sure the writing takes a long time. It's not like you're like,
man, it's actually. It don't even take long. It's just me finding the beat. It just take a long time to find a beat that actually moved me. Yeah. And so, like, in the past 3 days, I finally got, like, 10 beats I like,
So in terms of production, like what do you, because that's, like, that creates the mood of what you're making,
Yeah, for sure.
And lately, I've been listening to, like, the British rapper Skepta or whatnot.
Yeah, he dope.
And I listened to that one, record, Blacklisted. And I don't feel like it's not in the... like the same kind of like way that Drake would do a record where everything just feels like like this one thing.
Yeah.
But you're the like solid production that you pick kind of just like sets the mood.
No, for sure.
Like it makes it easier for you to say what you're gonna say.
No,
so what's the style of production? What kind of mood? Actually, yeah, what kind of mood are you trying to put people in with your production on that shit?
I think with us, my producer and the people around me just know like what type of mood I'm in at the time. Like right now, I'm on some like bitter, sad about my ex type of shit. So a lot of this stuff just been dark. Desi, my DJ, probably find a sample in the morning. We give it to my producer. He do some crazy chop to it. Then the homie who play piano come play keys over it. Then I be sitting there and then I just do something to it. So
that's tight. So you got basically a band with you.
Yeah, for sure. I came up right now. Right now I'm up. Benefits of a label, I'm telling you, man. For sure.
Have they been trying to get you to work? I mean, because Jalila Beats, that kind of blew up.
Yeah, I mean, them things,
That's a pretty amazing beat.
No, yeah, I think they realize them type of things with me they just don't come all the time. Like, I'm not going to do a bunch of oh my's. Like, I'm just not that dude. I wake up and listen to Lauryn Hill all day or some R&B, so I'm never really that turned to channel that oh my energy all the time unless that beat forced me to do it. But
you think the label's expecting you crank out a bunch of oh my's?
At first, that was a battle I was going through with myself at first, and then I think me and everybody around me just realized like chasing that sound is so weak, and it's never like it got to happen organic, just the same way it happened organic at first. And so ever since I stopped thinking about it, it's been records that's just been coming. So I got a couple more turned up records, probably not as turned as on mine, but some good ones I love. So,
So you spent most of your time, like, what was your favorite rappers when you were a kid? Like, when you were, like, 9, 10, 11 years old?
What, 9 and 10, I didn't have no favorite rapper because I was listening to a lot of R&B still. Like, my mom was playing a lot of 90s R&B. When I got to, like, middle school, I got on this super Jay-Z stage, and I just loved everything Jay was doing.
What record was out around that time?
What was the first Jay song? I fell in love with Jay on Fade to Black. Like, right before Fade to Black, the DVD, that's when I was on my super Jay tip. Then I did start backtracking because I was late in his career already. Then this Lil Wayne thing happened, and it just took over everybody's life. Happened for like 5 years. I was rapping like him. Everything was just Lil Wayne in my life, so that happened. I had to get over that stage.